The scary developments in AI. What are some scary aspects of artificial intelligence? Will AI take over the world one day? If AI intelligence gets developed at a massive rate like today, will there be a day where it will cross human intelligence and can dominate us? Is there a need for us to be scared of this, or is it just overthinking? Hey folks, welcome back to Techverse, where we are going to talk about one of the most fascinating and mind-blowing topics, artificial intelligence. So, as to not delay any further, let's get started. But before we do that, make sure you please hit our bell icon and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our new updates. We, humans, converted our imagination into reality means whatever we think after some time, we make them into reality. Whether it's about a big space station or wireless internet or otherwise computers, there was a time when this technology was just in our fantasies and science fiction stories. And that time, nobody ever thought that after some centuries, we would convert our fantasies into reality. But it all happened and continues, just like this. There's an advanced technology called artificial intelligence, which was imagined a few years ago, and in today's world it becomes reality, and day by day it is even stronger than the past. So now such question arises. What will happen if artificial intelligence is at its peak level? Like we've seen in Hollywood movies, that it will destroy mankind, or will it help humans? Before talking about that, we should know, what is AI? AI is the field of science in which we make machines hardware and software intelligent because in absence of humans, they can do their work nicely. Firstly, some algorithms are made and based on the algorithm they work, but as time passes they collect all the data. As collecting data they read a different pattern of data and predict decisions in the future and predict the data part in the future. Because we are in the initial stage of AI, then it would be more appropriate to say machine learning, which is a branch of AI, in which we teach the machine to learn. If you think that AI can use only in the space program and other very important tasks, then you are wrong. You don't know, but you're surrounded by AI and all kinds of stuff. Whether it's about Google search or computer games or virtual assistants, what do you think they are all operated by? Even on Facebook or Netflix, like big websites, you see recommendations by your choice that are too fully operated by AI. Amazon-like websites also use AI for giving suggestions and sending mail or SMS to their customer regarding the product that customers will buy in the future. In the year 2014, a very popular case came up in which America's Target store retailer used AI, and AI predicted the pregnancy of a girl based on its changing pattern of buying stuff. Even the girls in her family did not know that she was pregnant. There was some difference in the buying pattern of the girl, now that she was buying scent-free soaps more often in addition to cotton balls. Based on this pattern, the AI program sends baby product-related emails. And one day when her father checked her emails, then her father was angry at the store. He went to the store and told them, "My daughter is in high school and you are sending her baby's clothes." The store owner apologized to her father, but after some days her father called the store and said sorry for the rude behavior that day. He then told them that his daughter was pregnant. This is a simple example of AI. If talking about big fields, then AI is also used in drones, self-driving cars, space missions, and much scientific research. Even used in the medical field also. I mean to say that today in almost every field AI is used, and now AI is helping us. Right now AI is in its starting phase, and that's why it's not as intelligent as us. But the way AI is growing, that time's not far away. When AI will be intelligent like humans, or even more intelligent than us, then at that time, will they help us? Or otherwise, will they be out to destroy us? Different people have different suggestions about this, but Elon Musk, Stephen Hawking, and Bill Gates all have the same suggestion, that after inventing AGI, that's artificial general intelligence, this will be the last invention of human beings, because after inventing this, there will be no humans left on planet Earth. There was news some years ago which said, days after Tesla CEO Elon Musk said that artificial intelligence was the biggest risk, Facebook has shut down one of its AI systems after chatbots started speaking in their language, defying the codes provided. According to a report in Tech Times on Sunday, the social media giant had to pull the plug on the AI system that its researchers were working on because things got out of hand. Other leading newspapers around the world. Facebook shuts down robots after they invent their language, the Telegraph. Facebook shuts off the AI experiment after 2 robots began speaking in their language only they can understand, Sun. Sounds alarming, right? Sophia, a humanoid AI robot, wants to destroy the human race. Well, after reading these articles, you will think that artificial intelligence is dangerous and killer robots will own this world and they will destroy humanity. But what if I say that these so-called news are misleading and the worst form of irresponsible journalism? Yes, it's true, except in Sophia's statement, which is another point of discussion. First, let me start with Facebook's AI shutdown story. There were two artificial intelligence bots named Alice and Bob. Facebook researchers wanted them to communicate with each other. The main point of the research was to experiment with how these agents would negotiate with each other. They deviated from the expected script and tried to communicate with each other in their ways. The idea of a new language being invented by these bots sounds unexpected or alarming for those who don't belong to these fields. But here's the point to note. It is a well-established subfield of AI, talking about creating a new language, with publications dating back decades. At times, some of the chatter between the bots did deviate from standard correct English, but that wasn't the point of the paper. The point was to make the agents effectively negotiate. The researchers finished their experiment, and indeed, they noticed that the agents even figured out how to pretend to be interested in something that they didn't want. So finally, Facebook published their research in the paper, and if you read this paper, you would come to know that the actual result in the hoax spread by these journalists. Analyzing the reward function and changing the parameters of an experiment is not the same as unplugging or shutting down AI. If that were the case, every AI researcher has been shutting down AI every time they kill a job on a machine. These newspapers created panic and cashed their account. It generated a huge amount of traffic with these attractive headlines. But at the end of the day, it's nothing but a hoax. As once Albert Einstein said, "My biggest fear is that people will attribute fake quotes to me, and millions of morons on the internet will believe it." Get it? People have been talking about AI being a potential threat to humanity since the term was coined decades ago. The problem with talking about AI is no one can define it. I disagree with virtually all the answers that just because we can build systems that can challenge chess masters and do deep data analysis, we are but a mere step away from extinction, and these programs can learn and reason faster than us. Our present understanding of AI is only as good as how we understand ourselves. Yes, we can build a deep, complex algorithm that appear to reason and come to conclusions. But quickly enough, this can also resemble thought or arrive at solutions in ways that we didn't expect or predict. But they are still algorithms that function according to the rules we provide. No more and no less. It's a long, long leap from creating brilliant programs that appear to think and reason to one that leaps at fast, non-deterministic but human knowledgeable automation with the spark of self-awareness. And even then, such a machine would still be bound by physics. The most significant physics is electrons delivered by a power cord. Until we can understand our minds and be able to know what makes us us, no matter how complex, brilliant, or amazing our creations, AI as described by Musk and Hawking will not only never exist, it will never be a threat. Even if we create armed drones with autonomous weapons capability, they're still machines. They're not life. They can't reproduce, they can't reason beyond the parameters we give them, even if they do things we don't expect. Ask neural net researchers about some of their spectacular assumptions and failures about machine reasoning, such as neural network follies. And without the ability to reproduce or cut dependence on humans and their infrastructure, the most brilliant system is still a slave to electrons or a pest easily eliminated by crude means. Machine learning is guided by humans. Humans are innately flawed, innately biased. Imagine an AI that denies someone a loan because of their gender. Imagine an AI that classifies someone as a criminal because of racial prejudice. What's the scariest part of artificial intelligence? How similar it is to us. So guys, that's it for this video. If you have any questions or comments on your mind, please let us know in the comments section below. And just one more thing guys, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in